Al Capone. Is that Al Capone or what?
37,000. Yeah. Another one.
Oh, does it come
32,500.
with, do they come with full tank?
Eh? Look at
Do
that.
they come with petrol?
Wait, I'm not done. Let me humble them. Let me humble them. I'll show them things, man.
You have been fooled. This is what Gucci has been selling all along behind your back. Gucci is not in the business of selling clothes. Gucci is in the business of selling emotions. Us as human beings, emotions overrule us than logic. Let me prove that to you. Let's say you are going from your home to your friend, and then along the way you fortunately pick up $1 from the ground. Then you become excited. While you are on your way to your friend, then without knowing, you accidentally drop this dollar on the floor. When you get to your friend's house, you discover that you have lost this dollar that you got. What happens? You feel stressed and depressed. But logically, you neither gained nor lose, because you gained this dollar and you lost it. So you are breaking the even. Logically, there is no need to be stressed because you are breaking the even. But emotionally, you are stressed and depressed. So that's the proof that us as human beings, emotions control us, emotions overrule us than logic. So Gucci understands that weakness of a human being. So when they are selling their clothing brand, they are not selling you based on logic that clothes help you to cover your body, they keep you warm during winter season. No, they don't sell you based on logic, they sell you based on emotion. How do they do that? They make Gucci so expensive. If Gucci is so expensive, it means that not everybody can afford it. So when not everybody can afford it, and then in the certain hood somebody happens to afford it, what happens to them? That person gets respected, that person get recognized, that person get praised because he's affording what others don't afford. So that's what motivates us as human beings, is being recognized, is being praised. So that's the weakness of a human being, is that we are governed by emotions over logic. So when you're an entrepreneur, when you are a copywriter, when you're a salesperson, don't sell on the logic, sell on the emotion. You will make yourself a lot of money. If you're selling clothes, make them so expensive so that a minority can afford it. And then that minority, when they afford it and they go around people, they get recognized, they get praised, they get acknowledged, because that's what us as human beings motivates us. It's emotions, you see, it's recognition, it's status. So Gucci is in the business of selling status. Gucci is in the business of selling recognition, you see. Yeah. Also, Apple is not in a business of selling electronic devices. Apple is selling status as well as inspiration. Let me justify why I'm saying Apple is in the business of selling status. It's because Apple products are so expensive. So when you're an outlier and afford an Apple, the society recognize you. The society praise you. You see, the society acknowledges you. Secondly, Apple is in the business of selling inspiration. People love stories, especially emotional stories that inspire them. Because when a story inspires them, they fall in love with it. And then when there's a product related to this story that inspires them, they fall in love with this particular product. For example, when you're an entrepreneur and you buy an Apple product, you are not buying an Apple product, you are buying inspiration, you are buying motivation. Because when you look behind the story, the history of Apple was co-founded by Steve Jobs, who is the same guy who went to College who had no money, had to sleep at friend's dorm room because he had no residence, he had to walk to a city church, to collect food that was going to sustain him for the whole week. He eventually dropped out of college just because of all those constraints, but he managed to build Apple after dropping out of college from his parents' garage. Now, Apple is one of the biggest companies in the world. The story is so inspirational. The story is so moving. So when people fall in love with that story, they tend to fall in love with that product that is associated to that story. So what product is associated to Steve Jobs' story? It's Apple. So when entrepreneurs, are buying Apple products, they are buying inspiration. When you're an entrepreneur and you have got an Apple product around you, it's there to remind you when things get tough, there's still hope that you can make it happen. Just like Steve Jobs, who dropped out of college to become the richest person in the world, to become the person who built one of the best companies in the world, of which is Apple. So stories sell, fact tell. Fact tells, stories sell. So if you want to sell your products and services like crazy, don't sell based on logic, sell based on emotion. That's how Gucci is so much a recognized brand in the world. By the way, I work as a business opportunity copywriter, of which means I write for businesses that are selling how to make money info products. So if you are looking for that particular copywriter to write you copy, send me an email at sbo@sbotango.com. You had that right, sbo@sbotango.com. Take care, have a nice day. See you on the next video.